All right, how you guys doing today? So today starts my official first class, and we're going to be teaching the mechanics of manifestation today. It came to my attention that there might be some people who don't actually know, when you maybe dreamed of something when you were a kid, and then 10 years later you were able to actually achieve your dreams. How did you get from there to this? How did that work? Was it because of the physical steps you took and the things you put into place that really created it? Or is it something else? In the mechanics of manifestation, you're going to realize that it is your thoughts and your intentions and your intent, coupled with a few other things, that actually put your manifestation into place. And as you build energy and align yourself more, it gets to a point where you'll be able to manifest instantly. And it's never just one process that works the whole time. So when you start out with manifestation, there's been a bit of a distortion that took place. We were never really supposed to be trying to manifest things using our egoic mind. That's not at all how it kind of works. Real manifestation is an understanding that what you're creating, you as a human body and a human really don't do much. Your body is actually, to be honest, and quantum physics has proven this, you're like an empty tube and you just run energy, frequency, and you have vibrations, everything vibrates. And when you break things down to the energetic level, it kind of looks like this. Okay, so essentially, before we go any further, every human being is kind of like a battery conduit, but for energy. And all of us have a pillar that goes around us. There's different levels of pillars. But the purpose of the pillar is what we do is we run frequency, we run energy. And this is a subtle energy that is probably etheric, probably fourth dimensional and higher. This is energy made of light, and all things are from the foundation of love. And due to the limited light spectrum that humans can see, we really can't see a lot of the higher dimensions unless you activate your DNA and you build that up in your system so you can then be able to see those type of things. And that's a bit of a complicated process. But for the most part, this is how you look. You're just a pillar. You're constantly running energy that comes from above, coming through into the ground, and then into the grids and into the earth, where all of us are connected. All of us have a chakra or chakras that are aligned with the earth. So whatever you heal ends up healing the earth, and vice versa. If you understand something and it goes into your body and you're able to integrate it, well, it's then going to go into the earth, and it's also going to go into the entire human collective. So as we evolve more, knowing will be instantaneous, and there won't have to be books to study. So, but that's just kind of how it works right now. I'm going to draw a little planet right here. So there reaches a point where, and I've been probably working in metaphysics and doing spiritual work on myself since 2007, consistently every day. So, you do actually evolve. You do actually reach physical, tangible type of checkpoints. And it is not just some false illusionary concept in your mind. You will feel these energies, and depending on what you do, the techniques, everyone will. And so my point of this drawing is to show you that every human, like I said, it's kind of like a battery. And when we essentially come in, we're here to run energy. This is energy that comes in from, higher dimensions that we're anchoring through ourselves, which then heals ourselves, and then into the planet. And then we also have the collective, which we'll go into next. But, we don't really, I think, create many thoughts. A lot of this is about aligning with energy and frequency. The thing we do is we make choices. So you can make a choice, and in that choice, you're either going to be in alignment or not. There might be I really am a believer. You're either in alignment or you're not, because you really want the highest alignment. Who wants like the third from the top? It doesn't do anything. That's just not the top. So that's your choice if you want to look at it like that. But every choice, you're in alignment or not. I grew up understanding this thing called the heroic probability. And I really believed in that. There's only one heroic probability, one timeline that you want to strive for. Although there might be probabilities or, probable timelines of 12. And this is time mechanics. But that's a joke. You want your best timeline for whatever it is you're doing. Who wants to be on a timeline that drags? You're going to have to do that much more work later. It's not going to work. And you won't be able to accelerate. So that's kind of my thoughts on time. So basically, you go through your life, you learn things. Information is energy. So, the energy that we actually are anchoring, it's information. You could technically be taking a transmission from these frequencies. And, some people do it naturally. They might write a song naturally when there's, certain energetic things going on the planet. But a lot of people are aware of these kind of activations and different portal activations and times during the year where there's a mass influx of certain types of energy that you can really use to accelerate your evolution and accelerate everything in your life. So, with that being said, let's talk about how you can maximize and be the most efficient, highest powered human. And with that being said, you will evolve. So when you go through your life, you're walking and you just make choices. How you make the choice, we're not going to go into. But, I like to make my choice from what I feel is my eternal self. And, when you make a choice, you make a choice. From there, 2 timelines spread out. You got one that goes out here, one that goes out here. They're each going to grow a tree of options and probabilities. And if you really learn how to connect with yourself, it's not hard to make the aligned choice every single time. You just got to practice it till you can actually understand it, get it, and then once you do it, it becomes almost like clockwork. But there's no room for complacency, so you have to really understand some certain foundations and mechanics of energy to not fall prey to illusions. Anyways, so you're making choices. When you make a choice and you choose a timeline that is your heroic probability, your highest potential, well, on that timeline is going to be sets of events, energies, opportunities, doors that only might exist on that choice. You could have had 4 choices, 4 different roads on a nature walk. So it's not always going to be where it's like you're going to know what's going to be the right choice. It's just going to be what it is. And so you're making these choices. Whenever you make a move, energy is everywhere and it's always running. So you're just choosing to align with frequencies, vibrations, and eternal alignments. So as each choice is made on your path, you're going to run into different levels of energy. And with that being said, you're going to run that energy. So the benefits of staying in alignment is that you're always going to have the optimal energy for your healing. So you might heal something that would usually take a person a year to heal. Like, going to a psychologist, you might heal it in like an hour because you happen to make a set of aligned choices that got you in this one perfect place in divine right timing where this little small, portal is here, and on this exact moment in this exact time, this energy comes in and, you get to accelerate. So it is really important, take pride in yourself, and like integrity is like a really key thing. What we put out in this universe comes back, whether it comes back like immediately or not. And when you really can experience what that's like, you will learn you don't want to bring things back to yourself, because the more you do things in alignment, the more of your true self becomes your consciousness. So you will always be happier like that, and smarter and just better. It's a dream, and that's really the way I look at it. So when you think about the idea of wanting something, okay, where do you think that feeling comes from? From this feeling of, I want this. Oh, I just got this feeling. Let's go get some like yogurt or something. And So what is happening is this. Your energy body has a lot of different things on it. I'm just going to draw the pillar. And we are always running frequency. So here's the little human in the pillar. Here's the frequencies running. So at some given point, and we all have souls and we all have eternal selves. Your eternal self or your soul will do something energetically to allow these frequencies here to hit a part of your energy body that will go ping, and it will create whatever energetic effects which will give you a sense of wanting something. You might see something on TV and it's going to trigger something inside of you that's going to be, I'm hungry. So, you don't actually generate choices. You don't generate things. You don't generate anything, to be honest with you. I might be a little off with that, but it's kind of interesting. So all the time, until you evolve more, your eternal self or your soul or just the alignments of energy are affecting you in many different ways. So if you want to think about where the source of that desire comes from, it is not your mind. It is absolutely your soul or your eternal self. Both are eternal aspects. So, and sometimes it's just energy. It's just like, the outer reflects the inner. So you've got this energetic system, this energetic body, and, you might walk by a billboard and, some guy might bump you, and then you rip your shirt and you need to go buy something. So the logic happens, but it's always coming from, outside your eyes. So you're not really generating a lot. You're just making choices to be in alignment. But yeah, your mind thinks, and you have intentions, desires. You're not always thinking I'm nothing, but I just wanted to tell you the dynamics of it. So that's kind of how frequency works, energy works with humans, then the planet, and I'll draw the collective consciousness and I'll make this more clear. But, so, the first point of intention. So we're going to call this the first point of intention. That is the point that you are either signaled, communicated with by your eternal self, other beings, or you're seeing something on the outside that's reflecting back something that's hitting your energy bodies or that's hitting your eyes, which then will generate some type of thought. But really anything that's going through your eyes is going through your opticals into your energetic systems, following some paths and coming back out. Just like the bloodstream works, just like light works. So you're still not creating those thoughts just by your mind. You're not. So, but you are your eternal self. That is what you are. One moment.